Hey, welcome back. It's still Wednesday. And okay, as a creator, and if you don't already have a routine, a schedule, a flow that works for you, the creative mind is quite an interesting, it's quite a beautiful place. Quite a beautiful place. So, I've got my calendars, I've got my notebooks, I've got my coffee, and we sat down. You know what? Let's just start here. I'm going to share my screen and show you some of the cool pieces, conversational pieces that I put together for us to have some more interesting talking points and some visual place for your eyes to go. And that's part of this whole romantic renaissance as well. When I say renaissance, part of me also means rebirthing your connection to your senses. I think Renaissance people are also known to be multi-talents. Let's see here. Share screen, share screen, share screen. There we go. Share screen options. Oh, that's not it. Share screen. Okay. What I want to show you is I've got a specific screen open that's just, oh, that should just be my Canva screen. Portion of screen, content from second camera, very cool. Video, desktop, oh, Safari, here. Okay, I think this is right. Okay, so yeah, so you're seeing this. And I may have to refine my... I'm not sure if this is the same. If it's the same screen. So I gotta find that. Oh no. All right. And this is part of the adventure as well. When tech doesn't work as nicely as you hope it will, what do you do? What do you do? Docs, recent designs. Let's see here. Okay, we'll pause the share for just a second till I can find my screen. And then we'll restart. So I've got some cool slides for you. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay. Okay. Can I put this back over here? Can I? Maybe? Okay. Well, I'm gonna, since I found this, we'll see if I can reshare my screen. Here we go! And you get to see the chaos that is here. And I think I can, oops. Yes, okay, so you're seeing my screen now. But I think for the most part, you're seeing all of this stuff here on the side. Can I? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Okay, so you're seeing all my slides, and they're in various states of, oh, this is actually just playing them like a slideshow, which makes sense. But that's not what I want to do. Press escape to escape. Close. I really just, I want more control here. Okay. If I do this, this may be better. If I click this, all of my slides, then I can walk you through them. Um, so since you're seeing this screen here, oh, maybe not. Oh no. Oh no. So the last screen that you would have seen has a picture of a cute little doggy and wearing a sheet like a ghost. And I've been typing up this concept of sweet or scary. Is it there's some bits of playing with the words and then generating more of that conversation here. And I am sure everyone's creative process is a bit different because we're all wired differently. And sometimes it's just wild taking note how my brain wants to put things together and what it gets excited about in choosing moving forward. So, okay. Now you're gonna see this whole rundown of different variations of the same idea. Yes, and this is from yesterday, your gods of war. And I picked him from there's a free stock photo site that and brilliant, these very, very high quality photos that you're able to use in whatever whatever capacity you want to use them in, and just brilliant artists around the world who've been like, yeah, sure, use my photo. And often enough you will see these photos all the time. There's some that really stick out. They're kind of the popular photos and are just, you know, a lot of people feel that concept and are able to use it in multiple different ways. So, yesterday, being Tuesday, we're talking about gods of war. Tuesday being Mars Day, being our named for different gods of war and from various different cultures and backgrounds having the same way of organizing time. So Tuesday, and yes, I'm still stuck on Tuesday. Who's your god of war? Yesterday, this is he doesn't look so menacing, although I'm sure he can be. So I'm playing with this imagery, and I'll change up the text and everything, but just kind of compiling, gathering these elements all in one place. Ah. And then this here. I was just talking about this. I think he's the last one in this. Oh, no. That's all of my chaotic Mercury thoughts that probably today I'll organize and move around a bit more so we can have more of a coaching conversation around this. More of an inspirational space to go, okay, well, what does Wednesday mean to you? And you've ever been intrigued, if you've ever been intrigued with psychics, mediums, whatever your influences are, whatever, may that be more religious, spiritual, or artistic, inspiration, or perhaps a marriage and fusion of the both of those worlds, then you're going to be looking at life in a different way. Then life's going to have more of an opportunity. I say more, but different channels of how inspiration, how the muses are able to come into your world and kiss you. And I mean, that's an expression, kissed by a muse, which basically means like Lady Luck. I mean, being imagined have Lady Luck having, bestowed her fortuitous gifts on you and your life. This is the kind of vibe that I'm wanting to cultivate here. This is the kind of creative energy that I want to get excited about myself and share. So, yeah, Mercury, these are just throwing together, gathering together these elements and asking myself, you know what? You're gonna see some of my process here too. So I'm gonna delete some of these things so you can see some of these coaching prompts. Okay, so Mercury. Come back. Come back, too much. Mercury. Couple of key words for Mercury is travel and communication. If you're into chakra work, Mercury, I believe, would be associated with the throat. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I would love to know in the comments. Let's iron this out. I think there may be surprising answers and explorations here. So, Mercury. I think if you're a chakra person, then it's probably associated more with here. But also, I would not be surprised if it's also or associated with more of like, I mean, your knees is Capricorn, your feet and ankles are Pisces, and your thighs are Sagittarius, but the whole travel element could be more of a mental thing. Travel and communications. All right, so my coaching prompts for you today for building more of your relationship and your romantic renaissance with time in your life is looking for tension. This is a big element, and I don't believe we're all very aware or in tune with how tension seeps into our lives. We just, or more often than not, come out with a stressful, stress in our voice, stress in the way that we walk, stress in just stress, period. It's a kind of blanket term here, but the invitation as we move on is to get more intimately familiar with how the stress and tension come into your experience so that you can turn it into an ally, turn it into a space of self-awareness and make that part of your power. So, attention you feel when you, whatever it is that you do. Thank you, Natalina, for these great notes. Last two prompts here, and then I'll let you go for today. What makes traveling interesting? What makes communication meaningful? These two things that you do, and I wanted to extrapolate on traveling and as well as communication. These two key elements as Mercury would invite us to look into for ourselves. Traveling can mean from one thought to another. Traveling can mean from one side of a goal to another. Communication does not need to be fully verbal. It's useful, it's helpful, yes. Communication can also mean what other signals, what other symbols, what else? How else does communication happen? So as an interesting little treasure hunt is to ask yourself these coaching prompts. These life coaching, let's call them romantic renaissance prompts for your romantic rebirth and relationship with life. What comes up for you? What images do you see? What moments of your day stand out as you carry these prompts with you? See what comes up for you. It's going to be different for you, even in the most similar cases. It's going to be different for you specifically, and that's what this is all about, is getting to know you on a more profound, more deeper level. If you can have that experience with yourself, and you can be sharing that, and in little ways we do this, regardless of how much we intend to share our lives with other people. Our civilization is run on this community aspect. And if you have access to these parts of yourself in such a profound and deep way that you can start sharing it with somebody else, you know, your experience with life is going to be significantly affected, and it can be affected beautifully. So as a life coach, I feel like I've kind of given it to you this morning. Just here we can just appreciate this more ancient style statue. I'm not sure where this is. This was a stock photo, but even the imagery. And later on, I've got these other slides that I'm working on that you'll probably see on other social media. I'm kind of just very intrigued with this style of putting together ideas, putting together images, putting together prompts, putting together speaking points, and experiencing the adventure of what is the social media. How are we connecting with each other? Imagination. I've made some TikToks about this specifically, and how in law of attraction, in conscious attraction practices, how we use our imagination. This is true in relationships. This is true in business. If you follow other life coaches or even executive coaches, even sports coaches, there is the way that you use imagination. So many gorgeous thoughts in my head all at once, where you will imagine yourself doing, having, experiencing the dream. Like, for example, and you can look this up, we can talk about this, Napoleon was known to have practiced soldiering. And whatever that means, like marching around, really letting yourself and yourself experience that vibe, cultivate that vibe of success, of confidence, of the desired outcome. And using whatever you know about your imagination, in your imagination, to invite and gather in more of these pieces. That's very feminine energy, is the whole gathering in of joy, the whole gathering in of our information or understanding of what is desirable. I'm really thrilled to be having these conversations together, and it's so fun. I'm having a lot of fun streaming from Twitch and, well, also from YouTube, showing my creative process and just inviting you into these conversations. So please do add to the chat as you are inspired to join in. And I'll be live again this evening. And we'll have a few more rounds of conversation on various topics, and we'll circle back to the whole Wednesday theme of time, or romantic renaissance with time, and inviting new nuances of joy and romance into the mundane. If even a little bit that's opened up to you, then I would say this is all a success. So have a beautiful rest of your morning or afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be, and we'll chat again soon.